Hello, champions. Welcome to the next lecture on the best exam hall strategy. Today, I will explain you how you can attempt the CSIRNET exam with the best strategy. Make sure, students, you have to remember my this line. Paper कठिन कभी नहीं होता. You have to apply the best strategy. Myself, Dr. Harish. You can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. Now, whenever you are looking for how you can score more than 100 plus marks and the JRF, then believe me, the next 5 minutes will change your mindset up, will give you the best strategy how you can attempt it the CSR net examinations. First of all, I will give the some idea that will help you to create a big 10 to 20 marks difference between you and the other student. And you all knows that 10 और 20 नंबर का बहुत बड़ा गैप होता है फाइन और उतना ही नंबर चाहिए आपको जेआरएफ से क्वालिफाई होने के लिए. So that 10 to 20 marks is more than enough to qualify for any CSIR net examinations. But सबसे पहले एक क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में आना चाहिए, why your examination is not qualified from the last 1 attempt, 2 attempt or 3 attempts? Because it is not because of that you don't know anything. Fine, ऐसा नहीं कि आप कुछ नहीं जानते, but the reason is you don't know how you can attempt the paper. As you all knows, you are able to write or you are able to solve the paper, but that time management you are unable to manage it. So that's why I am saying that you are unable to know how you can attempt the paper. So how you can attempt the paper, एक तो ये है कि आप आर्बिट्री क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने स्टार्ट कर दीजिए and get the answer and take the mark, but that will create a big problem. The problem is you are unable to solve all those 100 questions asked in the examinations. हो सकता है कि आप सिर्फ 70 क्वेश्चन ही सॉल्व कर पाओ, the rest question will be left behind. फाइन, और वही मैं आपको ट्रिक्स बताऊंगा कैसे आप 10 से 20 मार्क्स डिफरेंस ला सकते हो. एक बात हमेशा याद रखिए, सीएसआर एग्जाम सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके ज्ञान की परीक्षा नहीं लेता, दैट विल ऑल्सो टेक हाउ यू कैन मेक अ डिसीजन. सही निर्णय लेने की भी डिसीजन परीक्षा होती है आपकी एग्जामिनेशन में. फाइन, बिकॉज द 3 hours you have spending in the examinations, that is totally how you can make a decision. Fine. So how you can make a decision, that is a big challenge and a big exam hall strategy. सबसे पहले क्या करते हो आप, जनरली क्या करते हो आप, जैसे आपके सामने एग्जाम पेपर आता है तो आप क्विकली से सॉल्व करना शुरू कर देते हो, एंड दैट इज द फर्स्ट मिस्टेक यू डिड इन योर एग्जामिनेशन. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर स्टूडेंट्स, whenever you have received the question paper, don't rush to solve the paper immediately. Don't do that. जैसे आप यहां करते हो आप अपना कॉन्फिडेंस लूज कर जाते हो, जिसकी वजह से आप सारा पेपर अपना खराब कर देते हो. As soon as you receive the question paper, don't rush to solve it immediately. You can try to read the paper, and most important is never start the question paper from you can never start the paper from the question number 1 blindly. Rather, you can spare the 5 minutes to scan and read the paper deeply. Once you can scan or read the paper deeply, classify the paper into the 3 categories: easy, moderate, and the difficult. Easy means all those questions which can be solved within the 2 minutes. Moderate means which need some calculations, and those questions which you are seeing that it's a very difficult or they are outside of your knowledge. Fine, and that strategy will save you definitely 15 to 20 marks. Now, as you all knows, what is the structure of the CSIRNET examination? They are classified into the 3 forms. Part A, which is the general aptitude. Part B is the subject. If you are the mathematics students, then the mathematics subject paper with only 1 correct options. And the part C is again the subject examination only with more than 1 correct options. Based on this part A, part B, and the part C, you can classify all those questions which fall under the category of the easy, whether they are from the part A, part B, or the part C. You can classify all those questions which are the moderate and the difficulties. एक बात हमेशा याद रखो, आपका टारगेट है 100 प्लस क्वेश्चन का. अगर मैं इन सभी, क्योंकि कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपके 4.75 मार्क्स के हैं, some questions are of the 3 marks, fine, some are of the other marks. So on an average, if I called as the 3 marks, fine, so can you verify that how many marks you are needed, how many questions you are needed to get the 100 plus? That is only 30 to 40 questions. Out of the 100 questions, you need to mark only as the 40 correct answer, and your JRF will be definite. Fine. So how you can get all those 30-40 questions? We will discuss one by one strategy in this examinations. Now, whenever you are in the examination hall, maintain the time allocation strategy. You can divide the 3 hours into the three distinct time periods. The first, at the most, this is the at most 50 minutes. Fine. The next 60 to 80 minutes, and the next 30 to 40 minutes. आप बिल्कुल सही सोच रहे होंगे. कुछ स्टूडेंट सोच रहे होंगे सर यहाँ तो आपके पास मैक्सिमम 50, 80 और 40 मिनट्स बचे आपके पास, तो दैट विल बी 150 मिनट्स. लेकिन एग्जाम तो आपके पास 3 आवर्स का है, तो 30 मिनट्स का हम क्या करेंगे? आई विल ऑल्सो टेल यू what is the remaining time period, what you can do in the examinations. So first of all, in the first 50 minutes, you can try to solve all those easy questions either from the part A, part B, or the part C. Fine. And once you can solve all those easy questions, that will build your confidence and you can guarantee your corrected marks quickly. If I say you can solve the 15 questions from the part A, B, and C. So what is the average? You can clearly say 15 into 3 is 45 marks. You can easily secure them. In the next 60 to 80 minutes, you can solve all those questions which are of the moderate level, either from the part B and the part C. And the next 30 minutes, you can try to solve only the difficult questions which you have an idea. फाइन. जिस क्वेश्चन के बारे में आपको कोई भी आइडिया नहीं है, विच यू थिंक दैट दिस इज माय आउटसाइड ऑफ द सिलेबस और विच इज वेरी वेरी फार अवे फ्रॉम माय डोमेन, डोंट स्टार्ट टू सॉल्व इट. अदरवाइज यू कैन वेस्टेड योर 40 or 30 minutes on the spot. Fine. Always remember stat, you can always start with the easy question first, क्योंकि पहला उत्तर, जब भी आप पहला क्वेश्चन को सही करते हो, that not always give you the correct marks, but that will also give you the confidence. And once you can get the confidence from the first portion, definitely it will be cumulative. Fine. And then the confidence will be raised to the high level, और जिसके बेस पे आप अपने पार्ट ए, पार्ट बी और पार्ट सी तक के सारे क्वेश्चन को करेक्ट करते जाओगे. कॉन्फिडेंस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स. और कॉन्फिडेंस कब आता है? कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रो ओनली व्हेन यू गेट द करेक्ट आंसर्स. सो दैट्स व्हाई द फर्स्ट attempt is always to give the easy questions. ऐसा मत करिए आपकी A पार्ट को सॉल्व कर दिया B को. Look at all those questions which are easy from the part A, part B, and the part C, and try to solve it to build the confidence. Now, as you can see, the maximum time period I have allocated up to the 50 minutes. Fine. Try to complete all those easy questions within the 40 minutes so that you can save your 10 minutes for the part B and the part C. Find all those easy questions. Find all those easy questions which you can solve within the 2 minutes and attempt in the first 1 hour, first 40 minutes, only easy question. Don't waste your time providing the lengthy results. If you feel that your question will take more than 3 minutes, then leave it immediately. We will come back whenever we are required. Make sure, students, the objective of this easy category is to build the confidence. And once you can build the confidence, the marks are definitely be guaranteed. Now, once you can solve all those easy questions, then try to solve as the moderate category. और moderate category में क्या होता है? All the questions you can use as the elimination tricks. Fine, you have the 4 options. Try to discard the 3 options and get the right answer. You can apply my shortcut tricks. Fine. And in this moderate level, all those CSR questions are solved even without the lengthy calculations. And I said you, if you take more than 3 minutes for any question, leave it immediately. Don't try to focus more than 3 minutes on any particular questions. Always remember, speeds come from the concepts, not from the calculations. फाइन. तो जब आप अपने रूम पे प्रैक्टिस भी करते हो क्वेश्चन को, इसी टाइम पीरियड के साथ मेंटेन करके करिए, एंड देन डेफिनेटली यू विल गेट दी सक्सेस. Most of the time the student make a biggest mistake in the examination, and what is that mistake is you fall in love with the one question. What does the meaning is that student try to devote more than 10 to 15 minutes to on a single questions. Fine, that is not true. Fine, many students spend the 10 to 15 minutes questions on the single difficult problem. If you feel that the problem is difficult, if you feel that it will take more than 3 minutes, leave it. Fine. Why it is a leave it? Because is it, you can ask yourself, is it reasonable to solve the one question by taking the 10 to 15 minutes and losing the three easier question? क्या एक प्रश्न के लिए आप तीन आने वाले तीन क्वेश्चन जो आसान होंगे उसको छोड़ सकते हैं? If your answer is no, leave it immediately. Remember, students, the question will give you the marks. Fine, but it is not an ego. The paper is a game of the marks, but not an ego. So never fall in love with the one question. पेपर जीतने वाला हर प्रश्न नहीं करता, बल्कि सही प्रश्न करता है. So don't try to focus on more than 3 minutes on a single problem. बच्चों, ये छोटी छोटी बातें जो मैं आपको लिख कर दे रहा हूं, that will play a dominant role in your examinations preparations. Accuracy is more important than the attempts. Like some students say, आज मुझे 50 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने, I can try to solve the 50 क्वेश्चन. That is not good. Try to solve all those questions. आपका आंसर होना चाहिए, आज मुझे जितने भी क्वेश्चन करने हैं सब सही करने हैं. Why? Because what is the biggest enemy? Who is the biggest enemy in the examination hall? आपके सबसे बड़ी दुश्मन कौन है आपके एग्जामिनेशन हॉल के अंदर? नेगेटिव मार्किंग. अरे भाई, आपका जो साथ में बैठा है वो दुश्मन थोड़ी ना आपका, वो तो कुलीग आपका, हम सफर है आपका. वो एनिमी कौन है आपका? नेगेटिव मार्किंग. आप अपने साथ वाले को क्यों दुश्मन दे रहे हो? नेगेटिव मार्किंग इज द बिगेस्ट एनिमी ऑफ यू इन द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. नेगेटिव मार्किंग हर्ट्स मोर देन लीविंग अ क्वेश्चन. If you feel that your answer is 70% confidence, then only you can try to attempt the questions. If you feel that your answer is less than 70% questions, skip on the moment. Try to come later once we can get the enough time. Remember, your target is to not as a maximization of the attempt. Your target is to maximum correct answer. One wrong answer can cancel the benefits of all the correct answers because of the negative marking. That's why I'm asking always, what is the biggest enemy in the examination hall is your negative marking. Now, अब स्टार्टिंग में मैंने कहा था कि आपके पास 180 मिनट्स हैं पूरे, और 150 मिनट्स में आपने 3 कैटेगरी में डिवाइड कर लिया. What you can do in the remaining 30 minutes? So keep reserve the last 15 minutes for the revision. What kind of the revision? Revision means you have to check your calculation, which you feel that I can do after a few times. Verify your plus and minus sign. Recheck your options, whether you are putting the right answer in the OMR sheet or in the right answer of the computer-based examinations. And you can easily solve 1 or 2 examination more questions, which is related to the easy question. और ये क्यों कर सकते हो? क्योंकि आप अपना कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, पहले आप इजी क्वेश्चन आपने सॉल्व करें, जिसके बेस पे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल राइज हो गया. Once you can raise your confidence level, you can definitely solve more questions through this last 15 minutes time period. और आप believe करोगे, you will get more than 5 to 10 marks by solving. मतलब एक या दो क्वेश्चन आप और easily solve कर लोगे by the remaining 15 minutes time period. Once you can complete all the easy question, then try to move on the moderate level, but make sure the difficult question you have to try at the last. Because many times, once you can get easiest question first and you can build the confidence level, your mind automatically find the new idea and you can get the more correct answer in a very, very simple way. Now, how should you approach the part A? The part A is the journal aptitude. फाइन. मेरे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में और मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल पे सब स्टूडेंट में से पूछते हैं कि सर पार्ट ए को कैसे सॉल्व करें. फाइन. तो आई विल टेल यू द स्ट्रेटजी बिहाइंड दैट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, how much time period you have devoted in the last 6 months on the part A. accordingly you can divide your time on the part A paper. Fine, sorry, not in the last minute, it's the last month. आपने जो लास्ट 6 मंथ की प्रिपरेशन करी है, क्या उस पे आप डेली पढ़ते थे पार्ट ए? इफ यस, देन यू कैन स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑफ द टाइम ऑन द पार्ट ए. बट अगर आपने उस लेवल की प्रिपरेशन नहीं करी जिस लेवल पे आपने पार्ट बी एंड पार्ट सी की प्रिपरेशन करी है आपने, फाइन, देन ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव अ लेस टाइम ऑन द पार्ट ए. सो इफ आई एम इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, और अगर मैं आपकी जगह पे एग्जामिनेशन पेपर दूं, तो व्हाट इज माय अप्रोच इज, my approach is I can only solve only questions from the part A which are the direct aptitude test, and I don't want to spend more than 15 minutes on the part A only. Fine. So you can adopt that approach and you can always try to skip the lengthy calculations. Okay. And if needed, if you have enough time, then you can return later. But make sure students, part A आपका subjective exam नहीं है. इट्स अ कॉमन एग्जामिनेशन, जनरल एप्टीट्यूड है आपके पास, और उसकी प्रिपरेशन आपने इतना डीपर नहीं करा जितना आपने लीनियर अलजेब्रा, कॉम्प्लेक्स एनालिसिस, इंटीग्रल इक्वेशन को करा है. सो डोंट ट्राई टू स्पेंड मोर देन 15 मिनट्स ऑन द पार्ट ए. नाउ व्हाट इज द स्ट्रेटजी फॉर द पार्ट बी एंड द पार्ट सी? ऑलवेज रिमेंबर स्टूडेंट्स, सम स्टूडेंट्स से सर क्या पार्ट बी पहले करना चाहिए कि पार्ट सी? फाइन. अगर मैं अभी आपसे पूछूं विच पार्ट यू कैन अडॉप्ट फर्स्टली, अभी मैंने आपको क्या बताया? Attempt the questions, not the sections. You have to attempt all those easy questions firstly, whether it is from the part A, whether it's a part B, or from the part C. And then you can solve the moderate level questions either from the part A, from the part B, or from the part C. So my answer is attempt the questions, not the section wise. Fine. Don't enter in the examination hall with the thinking पहले पार्ट बी खत्म करूंगा उसके बाद पार्ट सी. दैट इज अ नेगेटिव अप्रोच. आई ऑलवेज सजेस्टेड apply the easiest question firstly, irrespective of the sections. You can solve the paper easy question first, then moderate and so on. How should you approach the part B? This is one of the most scoring section. You can easily solve 15 plus questions in this part B. How? Because the part B questions are the straightforward. They are directly concept based, standard theorems, and for more details, you can watch my shortcut tricks lecture. That will give the more confidence and the high accuracy. Make sure students you can solve each questions from the part B within the 1 minute time period. मैंने आपको 15 सेकंड की शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स दी है. फाइन. और अगर आप उसे खुद अप्लाई करते हो, अगर आपने प्रैक्टिस करा हुआ है, then again you can solve within the 15-second time period. But I can take a maximum to the 30 to 90-second time period. You can solve it and target is to get the high accuracy. Remember students, you can maintain your time periods. पार्ट बी में जितना समय बचाओगे, पार्ट सी में उतना ही समय मिलेगा सोचने के लिए. Some students are sometimes overthinking on the part B. Why? Because many students know the exact answer, but they still wasted your 2 or 3 extra minutes to verify it. Don't do that. If your concept is clear, trust yourself. And whenever you can get the first thought in your mind, that is always the best thought. But make sure you have to clear your concept very clearly. How should you approach the part C? This is the most challenging. The students feel that. Do not fear on the long statement. Fine. आप सबको लगता है बड़ी बड़ी स्टेटमेंट्स है कैसे सॉल्व होगा. Don't do that. You can divide the given statement into the 3 different portions. Identify which given information is asked in the questions, what is the required results, and the required theorem. For more details, you can watch my previous CSIRNET examinations and the last minute revision videos. Fine. उसमें मैंने जिस तरह से पार्ट सी को सोल्व करा है, that will helpful for all of you. Most difficult questions are easily manageable, but you have to read the question in a very simple manner. सोचने के 30 सेकंड लगा लो आप, तो हल करने के 5 मिनट आप इजीली बचा सकते हो. And it's very simple that if the part C is a difficult, then it is difficult for everyone. So that's why don't. Fine. इसलिए घबराइए मत. अगर कठिन होगा तो सभी के लिए होगा, but you have to maintain your presence of mind in a very sharp way. This is my simple tips how you can solve for the part C. You can easily solve the part C by using the elimination methods. You can check the dimensions, like if somebody will say from A to B, check about the cardinality and check about whether they are on to 1 1 and so on. You can check about the symmetric properties and so on. Fine. Based on these single tips, you can discard the options, and sometimes half of the question is easily solved based on these 6 simple tips. Never chase every part C question. Some student क्या करते हैं, मुझे तो सारे part C करने हैं. Even the topper doesn't do all the part C questions. Fine, because part C JRF सिर्फ सभी प्रश्न करने वालों का नहीं होता. सिर्फ और सिर्फ सही प्रश्न करने से ही सक्सेस मिलती है. दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. फाइन, डोंट डू दैट ऑल द पार्ट सी क्वेश्चंस. ओनली डू, बिकॉज अगर कोई कहेगा कि सर पार्ट सी में नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं है, मान लो, तो हम सारे कर दें. अरे भाई, जब क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट है तो आपका समय वेस्ट होगा. मार्क्स इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं है, योर टाइम इज इंपॉर्टेंस. फाइन, सो ट्राई टू मेंटेन द टाइम पीरियड्स एज वेल. व्हाट इज द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ द एग्जाम? तो स्टूडेंट क्या करते हैं, जब आपने क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने बैठते हो, क्वेश्चन सॉल्व भी हो रहे हैं, बट आफ्टर सम टाइम द स्टूडेंट्स विल फील दैट दे आर फीलिंग अ क्वेश्चन इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट एंड दे कैन स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग अ पैनिक. डोंट डू दैट. दैट विल लूज योर कॉन्फिडेंस. once you can create a panic, you can lose your confidence, and once you can lose your confidence, तो इसके बाद जितने भी क्वेश्चंस आपको आते होंगे वो सारे क्वेश्चन भी आप रॉन्ग करना स्टार्ट कर दोगे. Don't create any panic. Always be the calm. Fine. Always remember my thing. Every student facing a difficult question. Not only as a you. हो सकता है कि आपके लिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 11th डिफिकल्ट हो और मेरे लिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 23 डिफिकल्ट हो, और आपके लिए 23rd इजी हो, उसके लिए 11th डिफिकल्ट हो. फाइन. So every candidate is facing a difficult question. Nobody can solve the entire paper comfortably. Fine. But always remember, your performance is not dependent on the single question. Your score is dependent on the overall correct marks. So that's why I'm asking you, always never lose the confidence. Try to solve the firstly easy question, move on the moderate, and then solve it. Stay calm always and continue your progress. JRF is not decided by how many questions you know, but it is decided by how many questions you actually attempted as a correctly. What is the exam whole mindset? Always remember, the प्रश्न पत्र सबसे पहले आपके ज्ञान की नहीं परिभाषा लेता, बल्कि they will take about your courage and धैर्य और निर्णय लेने की क्षमता की भी परीक्षा लेता है. How you can take a decision with the help of the positive mind is the most important thing. क्वेश्चन पेपर आपको मार्क्स देने के लिए ही आया है, फाइन, बट यू हैव टू चूज द करेक्ट क्वेश्चंस. इफ यू चूज द रॉन्ग क्वेश्चंस, दैट विल टेक यू द नेगेटिव मार्किंग. सो रिमेंबर स्टूडेंट्स, क्वेश्चन पेपर इज ऑलवेज इजिएस्ट, बट यू हैव टू टेक द प्रॉपर स्ट्रेटजी. As I mentioned you again, you have to start the easiest question first, which can maintain your accuracy, which can speed on your round. Don't compete with the other student. You have to compete with the clock, because once you can enter in the examination hall with a smile, always walk into the examination hall with a smile. Trust your preparations, trust your importance, hard work, and most important is trust yourself. Whatever you have prepared, trust yourself. Always remember my another beautiful line. पेपर कठिन होगा तो सभी के लिए होगा, लेकिन परिणाम सिर्फ उसी का अलग होगा जो दबाव में भी शांत रहेगा. You have to show your presence in the examination mindset pressure. So make sure you have to maintain your self discipline. And remember my last one line. पेपर को हल मत करो, पहले पेपर को पढ़ो, समझो, choose the best questions, and then you can solve it correct answer. And यही CSIR नेट टॉपर्स की रणनीति होती है. JRF उन्हीं का होता है जो पेपर को नहीं बल्कि समय को हराते हैं. If you follow that strategy, I am very sure that you will get 100+ marks and you are realistic target for the JRF. And that is not only for this video, and that is a practical application. You can apply that. Fine. तो उम्मीद करता हूं आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी होगी. You can apply these concepts on your how you can attempt the examinations. अगर आप चाहते हो कि next last 24 hours how you can think on the last 24 hours strategy, let me know in the comment box. I will upload the video for the last 24 hours strategy as well. Till then, all the very best students. Myself, Dr. Harish. You can follow my YouTube channel and let me know in the comment box if you are interested to watch my next video. Best of luck, students. Happy learning always.